I keep forgetting. Oh, and that clock's fast. That screws me up every time. Okay. Um, yeah, go ahead and play intro. Yeah. Are we live? Welcome to Davis Technologies. Gosh, excuse me. Let me start over. Talking Circles with Chris Gardner, presented by J&T Services. We are live tonight from 5 Points Tire and Auto. We are located Huntersville Road in Winston-Salem. And I'll tell you what, I got my little buddy Bentley Black sitting in with me. Bentley, how you doing, bud?
Better than ever.
Better than ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've got 38 people in here, Bentley.
That's a lot.
Do you see 38?
Yeah.
All right, we got a good show. At least I think we got a good show on tap for y'all tonight. We got a lot to talk about. Before I start this show, or before I got to be serious for a second. Brian Sykes, talked to Brian Sykes yesterday. Our friend, our buddy Casey Kepley is in bad shape. He's on a ventilator, and he's having some emergency surgery on his brain, his head, here Wednesday at some time. I think in the morning, Zach. Is that what okay. So in the morning. So we need everybody. I usually start with a Bible verse, but I'm asking everybody just remember this family in your prayers, if you would, please. Even if you don't pray, pray anyway. But he needs the peace, the comfort, and healing that only the Lord above can provide. So if y'all would just say a prayer, lift Kyler up, the whole family, the friends, Kyler Kepley and his dad, Casey. They've been around that place a long time since Kyler was a kid, like a lot of y'all watching. And so we're going to remember them, please, in your prayers. It's very serious. He's on a ventilator. So it's a very, very serious situation. So if y'all would, please remember him in your prayers. Hey, if you're watching and you never watched, we are the most unprofessional, unprepared podcast you'll ever watch. So be prepared. So those of y'all that watch every week, asking if it doesn't sound good. Hello, Eileen. Isn't that a song? Do you ever heard that song? But yeah, I wish y'all, if y'all would, please let us know if it don't sound. We've done some adjustments before we started the show. Zachary Koger's kids took the board, threw it on the ground, kicked it, and we think that's what's fixed it. Yeah, you. He shook his head. Yeah. Bentley, big race coming up this weekend, Bowman Gray Stadium. We will have the Crown Vics. Y'all will return to see us. This is a citrus safe, right? Ashley, citrus safe 20 lap race. So this is a citrus safe 20, right?
Yeah.
And you've won there before.
Yeah. I'm ready.
You're ready. And you had to be pushed to victory lane.
Yeah. We still haven't got the car fixed. It's still sitting where it was. It'll be fixed eventually.
All right. So Bentley he won the last race in the Crown Vic. So are y'all ready? Hold on, let me make sure. Are you looking at the comments for me, Ashley? Somebody make sure somebody says it sounds hard. It's a little fuzzy, just a little fuzzy, like Fuzzy Dinkles. I love saying Fuzzy Dinkles. When I got that microphone in Bowman Gray and I get to say Fuzzy Dinkles, I really like that. Fuzzy Dinkles. Steve said it's a little fuzzy. Fuzzy. Huh. All right. I'm carrying on. All right. So big announcement. You ready, Bentley?
Yeah.
Bentley over here will be competing against in the Crown Vic class. He has 106 wins in the modified division.
One of the best.
One of the best. Burt Myers. And you're welcome, Ashley. Jonathan John Boy Brown. So we're going to have John Boy in a Crown Vic. We're going to have Burt Myers in a Crown Vic. Now, Bentley and Dean Levi has to start dead last.
Dead last.
Burt and Jonathan Brown will be on the row in front of you two, correct?
Yeah.
There you have it, people. So, how cool is that? We're going to have Burt Myers, Jonathan John Boy Brown competing in the Crown Vic in the Citrus Safe 20. And like I said, Bentley and them, they have to start in the back, and then the next row will be Jonathan. If you don't think this race is going to be entertaining, I don't know. Anyway, there is no doubt in my mind. Now, when you won last time, where did you start?
Fifth.
Fifth. That wasn't too bad, was it?
Now uh, it was just different. I wish I could have started up front, but fifth was pretty good. The first race there got in a wreck because I had to start in the back.
Yeah. So that started fifth and won 20 laps. That's pretty good there. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so we're gonna have the Citrus Safe. They are sponsoring that race. Citrus Safe 20. Jonathan Brown, John Boy, and Burt Myers is going to be competing with them. Also, hold on, let me look at my notes. Told y'all this is so professional. The concert. What's the day of the concert, y'all? Is it the 14th of August?
Yes.
It's the next to last weekend. So what would that make it? Last weekend's the 22nd, so it's 14th. Friday. Okay, so Friday the 14th, Trace Atkins, Aaron Tipton's coming. This is a City of Winston-Salem concert. It has nothing to do with NASCAR. It has nothing to do with Bowman Gray Stadium. It has nothing to do with Winston-Salem State University. It is strictly a City of Winston-Salem concert. On the cover of Citrus Safe. Also this week, and we will touch on this later in the show because we're going to talk to Chris Massey. We'll have the Groundworks 100 laps for our sportsman division. And also, y'all might as well make your plans. I'm telling you, there's a lot of y'all that's been going this track for many years. Daniel, you've probably seen legends at that track race, huh? And I don't know how that went then, but I do know that the caliber of drivers in both the Legends and the Bandoleros, you want to be a part of this. You want to see this. It'll be the Kyle Busch Invitational, and all ticket sales go to the Kyle Busch, Samantha Busch Bundle of Joy Foundation. Very good foundation, and I highly suggest that y'all go. Now, I got an email that we get to announce that, and that was just like, whoa. So I was telling them now I'm watching what I say on Facebook, trying to be extra good so I don't get in trouble. But what an honor. Me and Randy both get to call that race. And that's pretty cool because when I was the manager and the promoter at Sunny South Raceway back in 08, we were a 9X track. And I always had to deal with Ken Reagan, excuse me. And also, I've always loved the Bandoleros and the Legend cars. And that's going to be a big, big, big deal. You going?
Maybe. I don't know.
Why you keep moving? He's going. You're going.
All right.
You're
Maybe if I can race.
It is an invitational only. I don't know, and I should have copied and pasted it or looked at it, but it's like it all evolves around who did what at the summer shootout. So that's how that's going to work and what have you.
Is it going to be on Floyd?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, it is. So that's going to be August the 21st because our last race is 22nd, guys. Right, the 22nd is our last race at Bowman Gray Stadium. So August 21st, Kyle Busch Invitational for the Legends and the Bandoleros. And that's going to be a big deal. Hope y'all can be a part of it. Looking forward to being a part of that. Citrus Safe was going to sponsor the Crown Vics. All right, so we got all that out of the way. Now, let's talk about you. What'd you eat today?
Nothing.
Got you some peanuts right there, okay? Some
Margins.
We have got Nate's Ultimate Bar Snack, who is a sponsor of this show. I don't think those are hot. If they are, the kids will tell you. So we appreciate that and what Nate and them, all of our sponsors do. Speaking of sponsors, I am definitely slipping. Let me got to acknowledge all of our sponsors. Got some in here with us tonight. H&H Auto Repair, Race for Kids, raceforkids.com. Williams Hot Dogs and Barbecue, Precision Built Spindles, Sykes Metal Roofing, Renee Hackett Realtor, Coger Plumbing, Gale Force Suspension Management, Swift Springs, 5 Points Tire and Auto, Colfax Towing, Harkey Litigation, Velocita, Ray's Body Shop and Wrecker Service, The Dentist at Kernersville, Tiffany Jimenez, The Ginther Group, Crystal Steel Racing, Tea Time Sports Pub, Burke Street Pub, Captain's Retreat at Bear Creek, David E. Day Inc., Blue Ridge Truck Line, Suntan Magic, Mount Airy, Affordable Septic, and Tyson's Isons. This was the month that Emma died too. I went by to see her mom and them, and they were closed today. And man, I appreciate Miss Lane and all them. Dutton Safer Systems. That's JJ Dutton. You know, Dutton the softballs at the track. He's the one you seen out there when Christopher Bell hit the wall at Michigan. He went down and raced a sprint car at Mobile, my home track, and he spanked him. I mean, he spanked him, and that just makes me super happy. JTV, Sports Cards and Memorabilia, Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, KevinSaysYes.com, Bowman's Hauling and Grading, Choice Tire and Automotive, Woodman Life Insurance with Jordan Anderson, J&T Services, Ever Ready Mix Concrete, MJ Print and Graphics, Squeaky Clean Home Pro, Squeaky Clean Express and Ceramic Coatings, Nate's Ultimate Bar Snack. That sounds like a lot of sponsors, don't it? Give me a dollar. A lot of horse trading, a lot of horse trading, but I appreciate them. As I always tell y'all, if you cannot go and monetize any of these businesses, it does not cost you one red cent to go and follow their page and like their page and support them that way. It don't take but 10 seconds and it don't cost a dime. You got any swag and stuff to sell?
The shirts or hopefully get some more and hats.
Are there any available now?
Yeah.
So what about his Facebook page? What is
My
your
first one, but I don't really have one.
We gotta fix that, y'all. You gotta have a racing page. I don't care. You gotta have it. I'll have you one before 10:30 tonight, okay?
You gotta tell her. 'Cause I don't.
I ain't gonna tell her nothing. It's me and you. It ain't me, you, and her. I've already got John Boy for y'all.
She does everything for me.
So let me tell before we go to commercial break, it's kind of a funny story. We're sitting over there, and I said, I'm gonna call Bert, and I'm getting the kind of phone call play around. And she said something about John Boy, and me and John Boy's pretty tight. We're very tight. We're very close. Good friend of mine. So I was like, she said Tony was supposed to message him or something. And I said, well, let's just find out. He answered the phone. I said, John Boy, Tony Black talked to you? No. I said, okay, good. I'm announcing on the podcast that you're racing the Crown Vic. Great. He didn't blink an eye, did he? He didn't blink an eye, Ashley. He did not. He said, heck yeah. And then I said, well, tell him who else is racing. And they told him Burton. So it'd be all in good fun. We've had some good rivalries there, but I think Daniel, we'll talk about that when he comes on. I think a lot of these guys, as they get older and stuff, it's like in Cup, you just get sick and tired, sick and tired. You get sick and tired of building race cars and redoing race cars and spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And I think, and that's another thing that we're going to talk about with these guys tonight, is the cost of racing. Why in God's green earth, the IHRA, bless their heart. No, don't bless their heart. They paid for a machine. Anyway, it was like they had the right idea, but years ago, and I don't think there's a human alive that's never heard this. If it sounds like it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. And the man, Horton, whatever the man's name is, that it was in charge of IHRA, it was all good. Now, the rules the series put together and the rules they put into place, if somebody could take just some of that and start something. I meant to call Ricky Brooks and tell him, hey man, you could probably pick up on this and do something with it. But then he gets announced as a new manager and all this. He's got a lot going on, but I hate that field. But Bentley, when it's too good to be true and it sounds like that, it usually is, buddy.
Yeah.
You believe that?
I don't know.
You don't know. All right. Well, we're gonna figure something out of those, ma'am. See, now aren't y'all glad y'all didn't get a race car for that? A lot of people did. And they actually they was racing a 525. Now, we don't hear about a 525 in what y'all do, what I do. Dirt. It's big in dirt. It's a big dirt engine, right? And not a big, but it's a big deal in the dirt. A lot of dirt races race that 525, so that's interesting. We will have a 525 in Bentley's Crown Vic for all you haters out there.
Sounds have to win at the stadium.
I know. Suck your tires, big motor, go with it, right?
Yeah, that's how we have to win.
Oh, yeah, before we go commercial break. Don't cheat if you're in the stadium. Don't soak your tires. I've told y'all. Some of y'all act like I'm an idiot, and I am an idiot, but I've tried to give fair warning. I'm going to give you another warning. You keep on, some people out there, you keep on. I'm just saying, take what I listen. It ain't me being a hater or anything. It's me trying to give some people some really good advice that I know for a fact they ain't gonna lighten up. Matter of fact, as we go along, listen to me. It's gonna be. They're gonna. Y'all are on a tightrope if you're a racer. Bam, bam. You know. So there you go. Listen to me. I'm trying to help you out. All right, coming up next, we're going to have Zach Koger. He is actually going to talk. Then his kids will take over. Then his wife Tiffany, she'll tell you how she shoots the cannon. And we'll have Bentley. He's going to be with us for the whole show. Alonzo, my producer, thank you for what you do, buddy. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
If you need your hot dog experience to go to a whole new level, then you need to check out Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue, because when it comes to hot dogs, it doesn't get more iconic than Pulliam's. Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue has been in business since 1910, which makes them part of the fabric of the Triad area, and their recipe hasn't changed in 114 years. Same barbecue, same slaw, same hot dogs. Pulliam's is located at 4400 Old Walkertown Road in Winston-Salem, and their hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Come chill at the grill and enjoy yourself with family and friends at Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue. At H&H Auto Repair, no job is too big or too small. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, they can do it all. From oil changes to engine swaps to North Carolina inspections, H&H Auto Repair is your one-stop auto shop. Located at 3088 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, right next to Tickle Pink Convenience Store. Stop by and see Daniel and Philip Harrison and tell them old CC sent you. That's H&H Auto Repair, 3088 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem. Since 2006, 5 Points Tire and Auto works hard to earn your trust and loyalty. They know how important it is to find a Winston-Salem car service you can rely on, so your satisfaction is their top priority each and every day. Their professional automotive service offers you years of combined expertise from their well-trained technicians. They treat their auto repair professionals well because they value their skill and can-do attitude. They know their team sets them apart, saving you, the customer, time and money, not to mention worry. When it comes to auto repair in Winston-Salem, 5 Points Tire and Auto is totally confident they are the best option in town. They're located at 3075 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and their hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Welcome back, Talking Circles, presented by J&T Services, our buddy Jimmy and Miss Teresa Brown. We are live, 5 Points Tire and Auto, here in Connersville, North Carolina. And we have our buddy, a good friend of mine. I think we're becoming pretty good friends.
Yeah.
By gosh, you helped me out with this show a lot, buddy, and this Koger Plumbing. So he got me a Zachary Koger shirt, but I didn't want us to look like twins, like we talked and hey Zach, you wear your Koger shirt, I wear mine. So, but thank you for the shirts and thank you, Koger Plumbing, and you and your wife, everything that y'all do for us, man. With y'all have been a part of this for a long, long time. We appreciate it. Enough of that. Congratulations, man! You won your first race at the Madhouse, and me and you have talked quite often. And the other night we did the interview, and even after I was talking about about lap 12, 13. Though 3-0 started doing this a little bit. I'm fatigued. Uh-oh. Tell us about your night. Tell us about your night.
It was amazing. One of the best experiences I've ever experienced. It's better than I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So, Miss Tiffany, please. I don't know why you didn't bring it up here, so I'm going to do it for you. All right. Let's do it. We'll put this right here. Great. Sorry about that. Real close to you. This trophy. I'll let Daniel tell the story about his trophy and who asked about it. But it's opposite, Daniel. You've carried it everywhere basically, and so many times through the years I've been involved with drivers doing public relations, blah 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 blah. and there's nothing wrong with that. And that just truly, to me, tells me how much this meant to you, and even the family. Tell me about the donuts on the backstretch afterwards, and that's usually where she sits. Is that right?
That's correct. That's where the whole family sits every weekend.
Yeah. So,
And usually we're doing rock, paper, scissors every Saturday after the race.
oh, after I thought you was doing it under caution.
After the race.
You'd be pretty. You try that. Not to try that under caution. Yeah, that would be pretty neat. And if you get you a camera put in there, you talking about getting some clicks on YouTube and TikTok and all that. Um, does that sound better, ma'am, Miss Beeson? Does it sound better? Oh, you're not. Does it sound better? Because I'm not on one. I can't. You can't tell in the headset. No,
Not peak.
I'm not peeking, so that's good. I've peeked once or twice. Look at, I've got, I just got a text. Oh, yeah, if you've shared the post, our info post where I put who's on, how to watch, you still have time to share it. Sydney is at home tonight. She's handling mama business, so she's at home, but Sydney will still, before we go off the air, we will pick a winner for 2 tickets to the Groundworks 100 for Saturday night. And so you can go back to that post right below the post that you're watching this on and share it. And Sydney will pick a winner, and I'll tell you how we do it. She just scrolls and bam, that's how we've been doing it since we've been doing it. What? Tell me about that. I was talking about the race car coming off at 2 and it getting a little squirrely. I wasn't seeing things, was I?
No, I think I was overdriving a little bit. A little nervous.
You'll have that. And to be honest, when I seeing so many people, it's just like both of y'all, Daniel and you, has talked about, how cool it was. But this is your 4th year? Yeah, 4th year? 15? Long time. And I mean, so, everybody's like so excited for y'all. What did it the next day? Did it just, you woke up still like, is this a dream? What was your reaction after everything kind of settled from over there to the house and all?
It still feels like a dream. I'm having a hard time sleeping at night. watching the videos. To be honest, I'm still excited. I'm ready to get racing Saturday. To be honest,
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of times you win that first race and then there you go. It starts. And I want to know about the employees at Coker Plumbing. Did they know before you got there Monday? It seems like to me from the Facebook, they keep up pretty much the other people, your employees, y'all's employees, your coworkers, because that's the kind of leader you are. They're not your employees. You were your coworkers. That's the way that you and your brother and y'all do that. How about them when you come in Monday? Did they like have a cake and throw it at you or something?
this was with me. The trophy.
And that big cap eating grin too, right? Heck yeah. Bentley, I want to ask you something real quick, buddy. When you won your first race back in 1972, what was that like?
Wild.
How old was you?
11, and it was the same at Bowman Gray. My car broke down in Victory Line, had to get pushed back.
I'm calling Tony.
Same car.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. Tony's probably watching anyway. Tony handled. I mean, that's your boy, man. What the heck? And Jimmy Brown waving at people, don't even know what he's doing, pushing you and everything. Yeah, I know what you do. Let's get a big bag of candy. Down there where I'm from, Mardi Gras is a really, really big deal. And Bentley, while he's being pushed, he can throw stuff, candy and beads to the fence.
We ain't getting pushed this time because if it don't run, I'm gonna get out and just run across the infield. Yeah, with the flag.
I like your style. I want to talk about the you running your Hedgecock and them, and of course, I even said it to the crowd while you was racing under caution that Daniel Beeson being a part of that car and helping you and everything, and it's been a big difference. So it's just helped you a lot. I mean, Hedgecock, Jay Hedgecock, he's top of the line in my opinion. The man knows what he's doing, been doing it. Former racer at the top level. What's it like driving a different chassis compared to what you had?
There's a lot different with the car. Like World bump stops with this thing. It's a lot different.
Yeah. And it drives different, of course.
Yeah, drive. It's a lot faster.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. Um, I'm over here looking at your phone. I got the same thing. So there's a picture of John Boy eating a hot dog. Wonder what that was. That's all about. All right, let's read some comments real quick. You're doing good so far. You good?
Okay.
Okay. Gary, okay, Norris Road. Gary Myers is in the hospital. Prayers needed. That's just y'all see what I see. Does anybody know what that's about? Huh? Okay. Okay. Well, there y'all go. We have to get a prayer list going. Remember Bert and Jason's dad. All right. Look, I love you too, Bright Sox. Thank you for what y'all do. Um, golly, Tiffany's over there. She's doing my PR. Hey, everybody. Ryan Wall. Sydney said I sound like E.T. That girl. I'll make sure we didn't miss nothing here. Pneumonia. He said pneumonia. Thank you. That's serious, guys. That's serious for an older person. It really is. Gary Myers, how cute. A lot of y'all see it maybe, but a lot don't. Here lately, the last 2 weeks, well, since we got rained out, right? July 4th, 2 weeks without racing. Since we've been back 2 races, I think that's right. Gary will make a lap. Week 4 laps by himself. On that little scooter, of course, me. Last week he had Max, Jason's son, on there, and it was like the coolest thing to see Max riding on that scooter with Gary Myers. And you watch something like that, you think about it, and see that, and it's crazy to me that Max is one heck of a ball player. And last time Max was on with us, he talked about racing a little bit, but that's like he's not right now. It's at the top of the list. But to see somebody of Gary Myers' statue and the races he's won and things he's done at Bowman Gray to his grandson riding around is pretty cool to me. It's one of those special moments. Um, Next week you draw one, then what?
Draw first.
No, you start P1. Pressure? No pressure?
I think it will be easier this time.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, and I get the overdriving and stuff. Who is your spotter? I know you told me.
It was Brian this week.
Brian,
Brian Holmes.
pretty good spotter.
Mhm.
Must be.
Yep.
Is he good about keeping you calm?
He is. He's very good at that.
The times I've spotted, well, y'all know me well enough to know that. Could you imagine me in with a radio? I mean, well, he's racing now. I ain't gonna talk about that wreck. But Chad Brooks had a bad, bad, bad wreck years ago, and I was spotting for him. The car come out. It's like they took off at the where the Hoosier tire truck is and just grabbed every gear he could grab. Chad and Zach Clifton. Chad's outside. Zach Clifton's inside. I'm spotting for Chad, and that car come out doing 50, and it's like you're not looking that way, and because you expect the people to stay. Tried to stop him, he kept coming. Man, he nailed Chad right here, and in the wall he went. And right when I seen it, and I don't know what I was going to say. What do you say? Broke Chad's tailbone, vertebrae. It was bad. Apparently, when Chad done that, his thumb, whatever reason, pushed that push to talk, and I have dreams about that yell. I mean, it was so good. I mean, he yelled. He was hurt. Um, so yeah, things happen fast. It takes a good spotter to be able to calm you down, keep you to where you need to be. Pep talk, right?
Yep.
All right, let's do this. You good? Anything else to say?
Yeah, I'd like to thank some people, sponsors.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you do that. I just want to make sure you didn't have nothing else to say but definitely, um, congratulations to you. Thank you for being on. I mean that. it means a lot to me for you to come here because I can remember 3 or 4 years ago, or even back when we all go to Carteret County, that getting him to talk was you just he didn't say much, and it I said it to the crowd after Randy interviewed him in Richard Lane. That's the most I've ever heard him talk as a human, and with a microphone, it's even you're getting better, and you've done really good. But a man, a few words, but trust me, if you ever have any plumbing needs, Coker Plumbing, they're the people you need to call. And if you would at this time, thank family, friends, and sponsors.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank Daniel Beeson. He's been a big help the past year. My spotters, Brian and Philip, Hitchcock Racing, Legendary Garage, Billy and Nate for all their help through the years and helping with the tires. My wife and kids, they sacrifice so much for me to be able to do this every week. My crew, my dad, my brother, Corey, they've been there just about every week this year. Family, friends, sponsors, Coker Plumbing, Parkway Ford, Fairwinds Animal Stay, Polson's Lawn Maintenance, Revolution Flooring, Sophie K with the Dash Carolina, Lifestar Emergency Services, Canopy Restoration, Paris Tire, Atlas Firearms, J&M Septic, Amy Turner with Canopy Mortgage, Mikasa Mexican Restaurant, Ward Construction, and special thanks to MJ Printing and Graphics for all the racing shirts. They even do all the Coker Plumbing shirts. Specialized Graphics for the car wrap. Riley and Kevin for all the photos, videos. Eric Messer, Scott's Performance Motors. Brian from for a good carburetor. That's about it.
I want to do this. I want to acknowledge your dad having the gallbladder surgery. And I said, he told me I'm doing a little DoorDash, or at least trying to now. So I use the phone. I don't get to see where I'm going, blah, blah, blah. But we will say a prayer for your dad having the gallbladder surgery. I'm sorry, Ross, I ain't called you back. That'll be tomorrow. And I know he's watching, and you'll be fine. And I'm going to tell you what I told you last time I talked to you at practice last Saturday. No matter what you eat, no matter what nobody says, when you eat, don't go to Outback. Then get in the car and got a 30-minute drive because you're going to be screwed, brother. You need to, this is a big word of advice. I mean, it was like one day after the gallbladder surgery, I went right over there to Rancho to eat, and I was walking back to H&H, and thank the Lord above that I can just walk in there and do whatever it tickled pink. Yes, I'd have been in trouble. But yeah, Ross, you'll be fine. It's not painful or nothing like that. And there's so many people that's had it. So you'll be fine, brother. I love you, and we're going to say a prayer for you. Zach, congratulations to you and your family and everybody, for Daniel and everybody. How cool was it that both of y'all won your first race on the same night?
It's awesome.
That's it's just really, I mean, you could have written a better script, So thank you for what you do for Talking Circles with Chris Carter, man. I appreciate you so much. Um, I hope you have 2 or 3 more wins. Our season's winding down, man. Where are you at the points? 4th, 5th, 4th? Okay. I mean, we have 1 double point or 2 left.
One.
There's a chance.
Yep.
There's a chance. Golly, what if that happened? Yeah, Coker Plumbing be shut down for a week. You're included in the championship. Labor Day week. Yeah, Labor Day weekend.
Mhm.
Carteret County Speedway, right?
Yep.
Now, we're racing street stocks. We're racing sportsmen. Well, I talked to Tommy Saturday about it, and I'm not real sure on the stadium stocks. I hope they get to go. I hope we can have 3 classes. We've tried it with Tommy. We've tried this. Tommy has tried this a couple times with the modifieds, and to me, if you get 4 or 5 out on that track, I mean, and they're good drivers, and it's a. Have you ever been, Daniel? It's gonna be. It's a good fun track. It's a flat track like this table, but a lot of people really like racing there. It's got character to it. The big bump in between 3 and 4.
I won there. Yeah, it was fun. I loved it. This track.
You hear that? He's won there. Yeah, in a Crown Vic, huh?
Yeah, this was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do it this time. we'll go there this year.
Why not with us? Don't call him Bob. I called him live on the show last time. I'll do it again. I called him day before yesterday. Or yesterday, I talked to Bob Lowry. I think y'all don't you think that should be a thing? The Crown Vics with the. I'll handle it myself. All right. Well, anyway, y'all have fun doing. All right, man. I appreciate you, brother. You did great. Thank you for being on. You want us to leave that up the whole night, or you want to take it with you?
It's coming with me.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, we're going to go to commercial break. We're going to be right back. We're going to have Daniel Beeson join us. Y'all don't go nowhere.
Ever Ready Mix Concrete has been in business for 40 years and they can handle any and all of your concrete needs, whether big or small. They can do it all. Located at 2000 Old Highway 421 East in Yadkinville, North Carolina, Ever Ready Mix Concrete, they're family owned and operated, and for a free quote, give David Adams a call at 336-961-6688. Choice Tire and Automotive is a full-service auto repair shop and your number one source for tires and wheels in Kernersville, North Carolina. They offer a variety of automotive services to keep your vehicle rolling on the road and off. Choice Tire and Automotive offers check engine light repair and diagnostics, oil changes, brake repairs, alignments, balancing, rotations, and general automotive repairs. They bring the best quality service possible in everything they do, and their team is committed to providing the best workmanship and customer experience possible. Choice Tire and Automotive's hours are Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Give Choice Tire and Automotive a call at 336-992-9002 and let them take care of your tire and automotive service needs.
Hey, my name is Gavin Robbins. Welcome to Robbins Sandblasting.
Hey, I'm Michael Robbins. I'm a third-generation sandblaster. Alongside of my parents, Eddie and Shirley Robbins, we are Robbins Sandblasting. In December of 1954, my grandpa, Buddy Robbins, started Robbins Sandblasting. Over the past 65 years, there have been many cars driven in this driveway. Some have come and gone, others have become friends, but many have become family. With the fourth generation standing here, it's our job to teach them how the rust meets the dust. So from our family to yours, thank you for 65 years.
People can trust me to detail their vehicles because I've been doing it for years. I've worked on stuff from $1,000 all the way up to $100,000, but at the end of the day, you still gotta live up to the same standard. I put love and care into every vehicle. I just want to make sure my customer's happy because I like getting everything. I mean, every crack, every cranny, anything I can get. I really just want it to be squeaky clean. I know how I want my ride to look like at the end of the day, and I should do the same thing to yours.
Jimmy Brown of J&T Services buys junk, unwanted vehicles of all types. He removes scrap metal, specializes in trash removal and eviction cleanups, whether it's a bed or a table or even old washer and dryer. Jimmy Brown, you don't play around. Serving the Triad area since 2007, J&T Services is firefighter owned, and you can reach them at 336-341-1171, or you can go to J&T Services on Facebook. If you need your hot dog experience to go to a whole new level, then you need to check out Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue, because when it comes to hot dogs, it doesn't get more iconic than Pulliam's. Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue has been in business since 1910, which makes them part of the fabric of the Triad area, and their recipe hasn't changed in 114 years. Same barbecue, same slaw, same hot dogs. Pulliam's is located at 4400 Old Walkertown Road in Winston-Salem, and their hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Come chill at the grill and enjoy yourself with family and friends at Williams Hot Dogs and Barbecue. Jimmy Brown of J&T Services buys junk, unwanted vehicles of all types. He removes scrap metal, specializes in trash removal and eviction cleanups, whether it's a bed or a table and even old washer and dryer. Jimmy Brown, you don't play around.
3075 on Kernersville Road here in Winston-Salem. And we have got with us tonight, who also got his first win, but in the modified division, Daniel Beeson. Daniel, thank you for coming in and being on the show, buddy. How you doing?
Chris, I really appreciate it. We're doing great tonight. Glad you had us.
It's an honor. The number 44, Petty Blue. That is Petty Blue, ain't it?
It is.
I
I can
think-
show you too.
That's about as petty blue as you can get. I mean, I really love that color. You were singing, bud. You had an incident. Here, let's do this. I want you to walk us through, Daniel, if you would, from the beginning, the first race. You had an incident. Tell us about that, and into the second race, if you would, please.
So really, I'll start in practice. Me and Lee Simpson, Lee works on the car. We've been working really hard on forward drive. And the first lap of practice, I don't mean the first lap when the tires were hot. I mean the first lap. I knew we had a really good car. It drove off the bottom better than it ever has. And I really knew we were going to have a good piece. Didn't run the second session. We run the fastest lap we have all year in qualifying, which was at 84, which I think was about 4/100ths from being fourth, but that put us 11th. But long or short, we had a good car. So got going on the first lap. I think we were passing the second car on the outside, so we moved up 2 rows. And my good buddy Jordan, he did me a huge favor. It turned out to be, he thought he was clear. He come down and hit me in the right front, and it bent the tire rod literally 3 inches. I'm trying to digest what we got going with the car. In the next corner, I had to back my entry up because the car wasn't good anymore. And the 9 just barely got into us. And as a result of the damage, that turned us. And then poor Lee Jeffries collided with my front bumper and tore his up. So that's what went on in the first race. We just kind of survived. There was some incidents in front of us, got us to that 14th spot. But honestly, about halfway through it, I thought, man, I got to take care of these tires in case we get the draw, because I knew the car wouldn't handle it. So I was trying to preserve what I had there. So that's what got us through the first race.
All right, so they do the draw, and all of a sudden, Daniel Beeson hears he's going to start P1. Let's go from there.
Yeah, so Brian Hoops comes over the radio and says, hey, you're P1. And I'm like, boys, we got a lot of work to do. I had, at that point, figured out what was going on with the front, and we were in a mad dash to get parts. Brody Jones loaned me parts to get it fixed. He actually offered his car. He's a good friend of mine, and he's a good dude. He's super good, first class family. And he offered up his car and said, Brody, I'm not going to tear your car up trying to win this deal. But so he loaned me the parts to get it fixed, and literally we were tightening tire rods as I was strapping in the car. So took off there, and as a result of what went on with that right front tire being so towed in, the car did not fire off great. First 4 or 5 laps was a little tight, but the longer we run, cleaned that tire up, the car really came in. And by halfway, we had I think their biggest contact was about 7 or 8 laps into it, and I was able to get a little cushion there and start running my line to where I could use the forward drive I mentioned. And really, I feel like the longer we run, the better the car got. And we're able to bring it home finally.
Flake Myers, you know, he's hungry. He's on somewhat of a roll. He's won a 25 and a 50 and a 100 lap modified race, that name. And, you know, this sounds like such a generic question, but when somebody like that's behind you, and he gave you some bumps, but nothing like he's trying to spin you out to get by, in my opinion. But when you got somebody like that behind, what goes through your head, Daniel Beeson, when that's going on? You just like, you got to listen to this, but is there a part of your brain that goes, hit your lines, hit your marks, hit your marks, hit your marks, because that's got to happen every time.
Sure.
Is that how your mindset is in that race car? Because that's how it's happening fast.
Right. So for me, I'll speak for myself.
Right.
That's something that's come with time and experience. There was a time in my career when the contact started, my anger would get up, and we would end up with a torn up race car, just to be honest with you.
Right.
But yeah, so 100%. I knew in turn 1 and 2, if you watch the video, that was the biggest contact, and I was hard on the brake pedal. So I knew I had to keep the car square. And at the point I knew I could get it up off the corner, went to the button and drove away. But just took, some composure there. Brian did a good job. He told me when the run was coming. He also told me when I was clear enough that I could go to running the line I wanted. I really needed to arc the entry, but that put me vulnerable for for impact on entry there in that Nerf bar. So I'd run a defensive line until I got enough room that I could do what I wanted to.
Well, and there at some point, I mean, there was like you said, there was 1.5, 2 car length separation between you and Slate, and then probably even 3. I wasn't up there. I wasn't up there to call your race. I was actually stayed down, so I didn't have to go out and come back down after that. But you know, as one of the announcers at that racetrack, and sitting there, I just told a dude, I said, "Man, I can sit here." Yeah, I mean, they see me all the time. It's just like getting this card at Scott Royal. It's like I'm hugging necks, kissing babies, and there's you develop a little thing going up and down, and can I sit here because I'm gonna stay right here and I go back down. It was so cool to sit there and not have to go. And Daniel Besson, he's got a 1.5, 2 length lead. Oh, and he's getting the one. St. Myers into the rear bumper. Now, y'all don't hear me out there, you people that go to that racetrack, but because of the suites down below, I don't want people like that, whoever it may be, I feel like they deserve to hear what I'm saying.
Sure.
So I do that. But it was so cool watching you. And listen, I'm like, and I love Sly. I love all y'all. I don't pick one of the other. But I'm sitting here going, come on, Daniel. Come on, dude. Come on, get this thing. Come on, Daniel. Please win this race. Because I interviewed Slate his first win.
Sure.
And I rarely go down for the modifieds. That's just how it works out between me and Randy.
I ran second to Slate when he won his first
Slate.
Yeah.
But, and it's special to me. It means so much to me. And I think all y'all that know me know how much I love what I do and my passion for this. But when I get to go down, and I wish I could have with him, it just didn't work out. And I told you that on the phone. But when I get to go down with a first time winner and somebody's just put in so much sweat and blood and tears and money, it's special to me as an announcer to be able to do that. And I do want to say this for those of y'all that know me, and this ain't me tooting my horn, I've been doing this 28 years. And one of the most calmest, do you hear me, ma'am? One of the most calmest, most of them, they'll be up there shaking. Seriously, if they've done it for whatever, as long as he is. You were so calm. I mean, and I even acknowledged it to the people, and I'm like, I walked off. I said, "That's one cool cat right there, buddy," because it was like, I know it was a big deal to you,
Sure.
but your demeanor and how you handled it was just it's first class, bud.
Yeah, it was a big deal. And really, the crew was who I was so excited for. Just to be honest, I felt like I should have done this a long time ago. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was part of my reaction. I just feel like, man, finally, I feel like we have gotten what we deserved here. And I'm glad the race went like it did. I feel like we showed we earned it. We didn't get given
Right.
anything.
Yep.
We showed we had a fast car. So super proud of that. I just couldn't wait for the guys, to be honest with you, because all the work they do.
All right, so we was talking about Zach and his trophy and all. So tell it. Tell him.
Yep. So I run Legendary Garage in Level Cross, North Carolina. That's 311 Branson Mill Road. And that is the address to Petty Enterprises, right? And if you don't know me, then you don't know that Richard Petty is my hero. I don't want to say childhood, he still is my hero. So I'm there in those grounds working every day. And this year, Richard has got to where he comes to me most Mondays and asks, how do we do? And for somebody that looks up to him as much as I do, it's a lot of pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
I when we finished second, I told him, and he said, well, why didn't you win? I can remember early in the season telling him we were going to test. He said, why are you going to test? Have they changed that place? It's the same every week. But anyway, so Legendary Garage, and I think where you're going with that is, I didn't see Richard yesterday, but he come in my office today. I was actually on the phone with my wife. I said, baby, you'll have to give me a minute. I'll call you back. And that happened. And he come in and he said, where's that trophy? And I said, Richard, we won one, but I couldn't bring it in here. I'm happy to have it, but it's a little blue plastic. So I said, that's not going to stack up to your 300 trophies around here. I said, so no, I didn't bring it. But he was pretty cool. He acknowledged it. He said, well, hey, your name's in that book. That's what matters, right? So
Yeah. That's so cool. And for those older people, Richard Petty, you know, he's the king, and he'll always be the king. And then even when he's long gone, he's still going to be remembered as the king. And you being such a big part of all that, that's a pretty neat thing. I mean, you're surrounded by so much history at work.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's everywhere. You know, Lee Petty's name's in the concrete. Adam Petty's name's in the concrete. So there's a lot of cool stuff there. But one of my favorite things is when he does come in and we talk about the race or the car, he'll ask me what it did, how's it doing, and he'll give me some advice based on that. And it tickles me how accurate he is with, hey, you know, the car's free getting in, it's tight in the center, and you know he'll think a second and he'll usually rattle off something that makes a lot of sense.
Which leads me to ask you this, and you know, this is about you tonight, but he has stayed with the times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't forgot nothing. I mean, he still knows what makes with today's technology.
Sure. Yeah. He's sharp. You know, he goes to most all the cup races and pays attention. We talked about my trophy. We talked about Wilkesboro and he talked about how it was in his day and what he saw this weekend and just a great guy. Blessed to be able to be around him. I don't know anybody that gets to work with their hero, you know.
Man, he's right. I mean, yeah. How cool is that though? I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I so years ago, Biloxi, Mississippi, um, the the Kyle Petty charity ride stuff. You know, and let me say this real quick. I just seen like today or yesterday, Kyle put up that Adam would have been 45 years old this week.
Yeah, we would be the same age. Yeah, I'm 45.
And you know, could it, I've lost two kids. You know, y- the coulda, woulda, shouldas is always there, but there's no doubt, and I've heard Kyle say this that probably was going to be the most God given, talented Petty to come to the big scene.
Sure. I think he certainly had the passion, and I think that ability certainly was showing and would have come. It's hard for me to imagine that, you know, he would have been right there with Earnhardt Jr. I think it'd have been great for the fans and those two names.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't be working there if that had happened. I mean, it's probably still Petty Enterprises, I would guess.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's you know, blessing. That's
Good. I wanted to say something on a different note. Zach was on here earlier. Super excited to see him get his win. I just want you folks to know Zach's quiet. He's reserved, but man, what a racer he is. I can remember last year Zach's car getting destroyed, and he called me distraught. You know, what are we going to do? And honestly, my answer was, well, man, you're going to take some weeks off, and we're going to have to fix this or find a race car and figure out what's next. But no, he's like, no, we're racing next week. We got to find a car, right? So he's a racer, and I just want to congratulate him. He's come so far with his skill set and all those things. So super proud of what Zach's done.
there's drivers that I watch more than others, and you know, I've come up here because of Bubba and Kim,
Sure.
and I've been around them for many years, and I like to look at a car like I'll take Zach for example, just like coming off two the other night. I'm like, uh-oh. I've watched him for the last 4 years, and each year I've watched how he has grown.
Sure.
Each year he's become a better race car driver. This year, and I'd say another one, Brian Sykes Jr.
Yeah, he's done really good.
He's going to win a race in a sportsman. And our seasons get close to being done and over with. 5 weeks, y'all. Is that right? 5 races. That's it. But I still say that young man's going to win a race.
That's what we did last week.
Yes.
Really.
Yes. And you know, it's with Zach. It's just like each year. And I told him this year, and he cannot deny it more than once. I said, "You're going to win a race. You're going to. I have all the faith. I know who's helping. I know who's doing what." And I was pretty cool to all that, you know, to seeing him accomplish that. And kudos to you for what you've done, to being able to help him.
Well, I mean, really, it's not that I've, you know, made some miraculous change. What I've seen with Zach is, um, I grew up in this. Right? My dad worked for Puddin' Swisher. I've been around all my life. Um, I took the hard path, and then I bought a car and tried to learn it all myself. I didn't go, you know, seek help. So I took the long road. But anyway, what I've seen with Zach is from the first time I met him, I'll never forget it. Ryan Hawk said, "Hey man, will you mind coming over here and talking to Zach and see if you can help?" And first thing I asked him, I said, "Is the car tight or loose?" And Zach said, "I don't know." And I said, "Well, if you overdrive it, which end of the car are you gonna hit the wall with?" He said, "The front." I said, "All right, it's tight." But what I learned was I could get in his car, experience something, whatever lap I run, we could get out, talk about it. Zach could jump in and he could replicate it, right? So obviously he can drive a race car at least as good as me. And a lot of people say that ain't very good. But so obviously I knew he could drive it. It was just confidence, right? And
Yeah.
so me feeling it and then telling him what that translated to in my mind to give him clear um, so he knew what he was feeling, because there's a lot of ways to get to the same place in a race car. But anyway, I say all that to say that Zach does a good job. He deserves the credit. I just try to help make some adjustments and remind him that we got to keep the same size tires every week.
Right.
Yeah, so he does a good job.
All right, let's see if we got any. A lot of congratulations, of course.
I'll tell you a cool story there.
I want to hear it.
I've had plenty of calls and texts, and I appreciate them all. But one of the coolest, of course, the King comes top. But Ray Abraham reached out to me. That was really cool. Yeah, a lot of you guys know I had the truck I love so much, the Mystic Missile.
Yes, yes.
I sold it because some of my crew struggled getting in and out of it. But anyway, Ray bought it, and we got to know each other. So that was pretty cool that Ray reached out. I really appreciate that.
That's really cool. Okay, so 2 days ago on this page, I'm going to show this right here. And I don't know if you ever noticed, but I do these. I try to post a start lineup for each race and do the top three. It's real simple. You know, there's a lot of people that don't have flow that actually I've learned that we can go and look at the people on these insights. 42 comments on Daniel Beeson gets his first ever Madhouse modified win. 357 comments, 357 likes or hearts, 42 comments, 10 shares, 16,253.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There was something of yours that had more than that, 50,000.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff, if we get it tied in with Legendary or like the other week, I did a car for Richard and that got tied to him. Obviously, that goes some places. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I really appreciate everybody that reached out. I guess when you lose as long as I did,
man,
and when you win one, everybody picks it out.
my mind just went blank. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I remember. Same thing was that. Now what? Let's
Yeah.
do it again.
Yeah, of course. I really do. I feel like we have a car that can win. Certainly plan to win another one. I started this year knowing I wasn't going to run all the races. We've missed 2 or 3 so far. I think we're 13th in the points. My goal was to stay in the top 20. If we do the Clash, I want to be part of that. So I'm going to be in Cosby, Tennessee, the week of the Twin 50s for a charity event for the Petties. So I'm going to miss that one, but I plan to run the rest of the season. And our farm all year has been better the longer we run. A lot of people, I wasn't expecting to know this, but we were running third with 2 to go in a 200. And I don't even remember who won it, but the jam up in turns 1 and 2, I was the odd man out, got shuffled out of line. But we've had a good long run car, and I'd really expect to run good the rest of the year.
And before we go, I want to. Does she go with you? Does she go to the track?
Oh yeah.
Was you happy? Oh yeah. So did you have watching the race? Did you have that? Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
My daughter, of course, is super excited. She's about her man, and Daniel sees her, and we're all like, we're so happy. It's been so long, and he's worked so hard, and his team has worked so hard.
So you see me losing about everywhere you can. But when I'm here, a lot of people may not know my daughter every day. She is fiery in nature, and she tells me every week, "Dad, just rip off." No mercy to you guys.
So Steve got that madhouse mentality, and when games, but that's pretty not. And listen, I have cried announcing. I've cried on this show. I've cried in Victory Lane with Cal Gale. I've cried in Victory Lane with Tristan McKee. I've cried with Bubba Pollard in Victory Lane. I get it. It's just because what she just said, and I'm gonna go back to let me use Bubba Pollard or even Tristan. Let me even do better with Cal. I don't think people quite understood the work ethic of my buddy Kilgill.
Sure.
He's now 50 Baton Rouge, and bless his heart, you know, it's rough, it's hard on him, but he's living his dream. But the work ethic of that kid that Bubba Gill instilled in him, you know, boy, if you want to race next week, you and your little buddies here,
Because a lot of people really don't understand them. You speak to friends and they'll have something. What are you doing? Same thing I do. I mean, I'm not listening. I'm not listening.
yeah.
That's what you do.
So that's pretty neat, and I'm saying that for a reason because I know you're like that old school type, you know. I mean, look at us. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you know, hard work, it always pays off, and that don't just mean in a race car. That's about anything in life that you do. Daniel, man, I really appreciate you coming on tonight, and if you would this time, thank family, friends, sponsors.
So my beautiful wife Eileen is here, and everybody couldn't thank them enough. They're always there to help. I'm glad to not ask for help, so they get to do the heavy lifting when I don't want anybody else in the shop. My dad Dwight is there working on the farm now. He's been with me the whole way. So glad that I got to go to Victory Lane with him. And then the rest of the family, Lee Stimson, Philip May, Brian Brooks, Ethan Richard, Tom Green, Jonathan Tickle was a good friend of mine, and this is the first year he's really been to the track with us, and super glad to have him. And really guys in the raceway that have been good to me. Jonathan Brown, I pick his brain a lot. Honestly, some Saturday mornings I pick his brain on Zap's car. So Jonathan's been good to me, and I got to give a shout out to Brody, as I mentioned, the author of the club, and my man Flying Taco. That's my good buddy there, Danny Prost. And thankful for the legendary engine development that helped me with the engines in the car. We worked really hard chasing the right power at the right point on the racetrack, and I think it's starting to show. So thankful for them, and I appreciate what you do for us racers in the stadium. And of course, I couldn't do it without Cobra Plumbing. As I said, I knew I was going to the full season, and he said, "No, you know, if you want to be part of it, I'd love to have you." And I didn't look for any other sponsors because I just didn't know how much I was going to race. Thankful to have them on board, and couldn't do it without them.
I did give old Zach Brewer a shout out because he seen that. And here's the thing. I got a lot of responses. Daniel, my buddy Daniel Anderson, H Nation, has been part of the show since we started. Him and Jason Rowe as watching the show, watching us together, and they didn't say Brewer. You know, they didn't give us. I had to tell them, I said, man, yes, you want to acknowledge the sponsors, and you don't have a lot on the do. You've overlooked. I done said that 6,482 times, and then the same thing is, you know, everybody loves that word. And, you know, and you talk as a racer.
Yep.
Zach Moore was a racer. And when you pulled in, and I seen that, I needed something to say at the time, and it was almost perfect.
I find myself thinking about his family a lot. I try to remember him in prayers. I'm sure you can't imagine how hard it is. But yeah, Zach was a racer and certainly missed.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah,
Thank you for your kind words, and
I'll tell you in Victory Lane, huh? Yeah.
outside.
Hold on, it's forward, it gets tight over there. See what's wrong. What man if they don't give you the room?
No, that'd be fine. I'll leave it.
I'm sure you'll do good, man. I've enjoyed watching.
Hey, Tony, this is Chris. Need another Crown Vic for Saturday? Okay. Okay. All right, Daniel Mason. I mean, you got a limit on your phones? That is right. I didn't know that. Look, you gotta keep like
They remind me, I've been around a long time. They remind me of the blunderbuss cars. None of you guys have probably here for like season. Yeah, great racing.
Daniel, congratulations. Thank you for being on. Thank y'all for coming. So it's nice to meet y'all. I've never met y'all either. It's very nice to meet y'all. Avery, keep that spirit, girl, okay? All right, we're gonna go to a commercial. We're gonna be talking to number 37 Sportsman Driving, Chris Massey. I don't know, we will be right back.
Since 2006, 5 Points Tire and Auto works hard to earn your trust and loyalty. They know how important it is to find a Winston-Salem car service you can rely on, so your satisfaction is their top priority each and every day. Their professional automotive service offers you years of combined expertise from their well-trained technicians. They treat their auto repair professionals well because they value their skill and can-do attitude. They know their team sets them apart, saving you, the customer, time and money, not to mention worry. When it comes to auto repair in Winston-Salem, 5 Points Tire and Auto is totally confident they are the best option in town. They're located at 3075 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and their hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Ever Ready Mix Concrete has been in business for 40 years, and they can handle any and all of your concrete needs, whether big or small. They can do it all. Located at 2000 Old Highway 421 East in Yadkinville, North Carolina, Ever Ready Mix Concrete, they're family owned and operated, and for a free quote, give David Adams a call at 336-961-6688. Choice Tire and Automotive is a full-service auto repair shop and your #1 source for tires and wheels in Kernersville, North Carolina. They offer a variety of automotive services to keep your vehicle rolling on the road and off. Choice Tire and Automotive offers check engine light repair and diagnostics, oil changes, brake repairs, alignments, balancing, rotations, and general automotive repairs. They bring the best quality service possible in everything they do, and their team is committed to providing the best workmanship and customer experience possible. Choice Tire and Automotive's hours are Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Give Choice Tire and Automotive a call at 336-992-9002 and let them take care of your tire and automotive service needs.
Hey, my name is Gavin Robbins. Welcome to Robbins Sandblasting.
Hey, I'm Michael Robbins. I'm a third-generation sandblaster. Alongside of my parents, Eddie and Shirley Robbins, we are Robbins Sandblasting. In December of 1954, my grandpa, Buddy Robbins, started Robbins Sandblasting. Over the past 65 years, there have been many cars driven in this driveway. Some have come and gone, others have become friends, but many have become family. With the fourth generation standing here, it's our job to teach them how the rust meets the dust. So from our family to yours, thank you for 65 years.
Hey, my name is Gavin Robbins. Welcome to Robbins Sandblasting.
Hey, I'm Michael Robbins. I'm a third-generation sandblaster. Alongside of my parents, Eddie and Shirley Robbins, we are Robbins Sandblasting. In December of 1954, my grandpa, Buddy Robbins, started Robbins Sandblasting. Over the past 65 years, there have been many cars driven in this driveway. Some have come and gone, others have become friends, but many have become family. With the fourth generation standing here, it's our job to teach them how the rust meets the dust. So from our family to yours, thank you for 65 years.
Welcome back to Talk Service with Chris Carter, presented by J&T Services. We're live at 5 Points Tire and Auto, 3075 Kingsville Road in Winston-Salem. And we appreciate all y'all tuning in. And my co-host tonight, Bentley Black, he's going to be wheeling his Crown Vic at Bowman Gray Stadium this week. That will be a Citrus Safe sponsored race. This will be the Citrus Safe 20. Burt Myers and John Boy Jonathan Brown will be racing in that. Bentley and Dean Levi will be on the very last row, and in front of them will be Burt and Jonathan.
I think it's Burt, John Boyd, then I start behind Burt and
It's going to be so fun to watch. I can't wait to see that. All right, we're going to go to our phone lines tonight, and we're going to talk to driver of the Bowling Green Stadium and the number 37 sportsman, Chris Massey. You got me?
Yeah, you got me?
Yes, I do. Loud and clear. Big time. How you doing, buddy?
Thank you. I'm doing good, doing good. Just thinking of you quickly.
Yeah. Chris, I wanted to have you on. I want people to know who Chris Massey is. I want people to know what you do when you don't wear that helmet and how long you've been racing and all that. So we'll start at the top. This is what, your third year at Bowling Green or third racing? Right. Okay.
I started like 2 years ago, 1 ago. You know, we're thinking of doing so tragically, you know, racing anything.
Right. What gave you the itch to want to go? Well, number one, what gave you the itch to race a sportsman? Number two, what gave you the itch to race a sportsman at Bowling Green Stadium?
Well, I was
That's a good guy to have helping you on the car. Does Isaac help and Ron? Right. That's pretty cool. So you started in the front last week, and what was going through your head? You got, I believe it's Zach Orr next to you, right?
We had, I think we had, this time.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I remember. So what's going through your head, through your brain when when you drew the number one position, and then you got a former track champion and Justin Taylor on your outside, man? What was you thinking? Just hit your marks and let's do this. Yeah. Start doing stuff. Just saying. Sometimes we all do stupid things in life, not just in a race car. But it's what I just said to Zach Coker that you can overdrive the car, you can underdrive the car, then you can be in somebody's way, and then you can But listen, and this is one of the reasons I wanted to have you on is there's not a driver, there's not a person that's been in a race car. They had to start where Chris Massey starts. Okay. At the end of the day, they all, even Burt and Tim and Billy Grigg and all these people, Gil, Pollard, Stephen Massey, all these guys had to start. This kid right here with me, Bentley Black. You got to crawl before you walk. Well, you decided to crawl and walk at the same time, Chris, to me, buddy. Let me
Michael Adams, and he had to go through the wheel. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, he is. It's Bubba Gale does the work on that car, and Michael's a good friend. He's a good guy. What about this Saturday? We're gonna have the Groundworks 100 for the Sportsman 100 lap race. You get to qualify. Do you set a goal for yourself before you start? When you actually go qualify, you don't get to do it, but so often in the year, unlike the modifieds. But what's your mindset when you get ready to qualify for a big race like that? Right. You got anything for him, Bentley?
If we could go quick time and win this for the Hunter Laker.
You hear that? Bentley said you need to get the quick time and win.
Yeah, I know. I hope they don't
Well, well, I'm not the official there, but he done it once, he'll do it twice.
Don't be like me.
Yeah.
I redrawed 11 twice in a row at the stadium.
Yeah, I know. We'll get there. Finally, we're getting there. It's a lot.
Oh yeah, that and money. Chris, what do you do when you're what do you do and what's your everyday routine when you're not racing? I want people to know what Chris Massey enjoys. What is Chris Massey like? You like Chinese? You like Mexican?
What's the distance of arena to
So it's racing, more racing, and nothing but racing. That's what a true racer does. You know, I mean, that's it's they eat, sleep, and breathe racing. And apparently, you don't fish or anything like that. I'll just race, race, race. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, hey, you'll win one. You'll eventually come, and it's you.
Yeah.
From what I've heard and what you said tonight on this show, even before I had you on, I knew you had yourself surrounded with some good people. You surround yourself with good. Good always prevails. Uh,
Yep.
but yeah, that's your mom out there doing cartwheels in the parking lot, Bentley.
I heard it the whole time.
Golly. Oh, well, Chris, man, I just wanted to show you a little love. I told you that in a text, you know, and I want to say this, okay? The reason I got my attention drawn to, you know, I want you on the show, and there's many more drivers out there I need to get on. I got 5 weeks to give some love to a lot of people out there who's never been on that I want to be on. But no matter what, listen to me, buddy. No matter what you read, no matter what you see, no matter what you hear, those kind of idiots, that's what they are, is true idiots. Okay, buddy? It don't matter. They
Yeah.
don't pay your bills. It don't matter what the thing. And half those people that are doing that, they're in mom's basement. I call them thumb thumpers. They don't deserve internet access. And at the end of the day, that's all they do is da 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 da. Da. I don't care who it is. Do not give it no thought. Do not even read it, and everything's
yeah.
going to be fine. Now, let me tell you what, and I think you know what I'm talking about. What that idiot done on that post that I seen, he got you a spot on this show. Even though I've been wanting you on anyway, I said, you know what? Let me. I'm gonna. And actually, I guess it was your wife on a response to something, and I simply said, get Chris to shoot me a text. So here we are. I just. Oh my goodness, I said your wife. Excuse me. I just seen your picture and all that. You will tell her I said thank you. Well, she does a good job, and tell her thank you for giving you the message. But all in all, you know, if you, no matter what, we all have haters. I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Bentley has them, Chris Carter has them, Kel Gill has them, Tristan McKee has them, Bert has them, Tim has them. We all have them, and it's just part of being in the industry. And even, I mean, heck, Hank Aaron had them. So did Babe Ruth. You know what I'm saying, Chris? I hope you're picking up what I'm laying down.
Oh, yeah.
Don't pay attention.
I was really excited to calm down, and I was just bringing things just get to this place, and like you know, it's all going in the right direction, you know?
Absolutely. And that's exactly what it's doing, buddy. But I just want to encourage you. Yeah, calm down a little bit, man. Just calm down. Just kind of, don't try to overdrive the car.
Yeah,
Think about what you're doing and hit your marks every time. It sounds easy, but this is me calling your race with a microphone. But it's just like
yeah,
qualifying at that track. One little slip up and you're done. You're not going to get a clean lap after that. You don't have time to make up what you mistake in your qualifying lap. So think about what you're doing, man. I'm a fan of yours. I wish you nothing but the best. I want to give you the opportunity now, if you like to thank family, friends, and sponsors.
thank you. Thank everybody. And, yeah, I was, squad, and, Local Service, Landmark Builders, Native Nitro Builders, and, my family, my friends, and just everyone else every week. And I just say again, thank you.
You're welcome anytime, brother. Wish you nothing but the best, okay? And I'll see you Saturday.
You probably get there too.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you Saturday to get it too, and I'll wear it.
Yeah,
Thank you, buddy.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling in. We'll see you Saturday. Take care. God bless.
All right. Wow.
All right, Chris Massey. Everybody deserves love, and he definitely does too. And like I said, if there's so many people, Bentley, that I haven't got on, and it's not about all the time Tim and Bert and the
Big people.
yeah, yeah. I feel like that those people struggle, not struggle, work on their stuff as much as the next man. You know what I'm saying? You've grown up around this stuff. You should know. And I feel like that everybody deserves a chance to be seen, be heard. And that's one of the reasons I have this show. So if anybody's out there and you got a recommendation for a guest or somebody you want on, I would love to have them on. They don't necessarily have to come in, they can call, whatever. But yeah, so Bentley, you're ready for Saturday. Yeah.
I'm more ready for Friday because I want to drop this truck.
Oh, you okay? Well, tell us about what you got going on Friday.
So we're gonna go pick my truck up, maybe go practice at Caraway. I'm ready. We've been wanting to practice this truck for a while. Then we'll get into a modified late model, something like that. After Crown Vic racing is over for me now. I'm probably gonna finish this year and then go to late model or modified.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Did you like my idea when I told your mom go down to Five Flag Speedway and race a Crown Vic and a truck at the Snowball Derby?
That's probably gonna be one of my last Crown Vic races. I think we're gonna
Snowball
race
Derby?
this year.
Well, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be emceeing the Bowman Gray banquet, but I'll be sending you all my love. I love going to Snowball Derby. I've been to so many of those being back home, and it's one of the best times that you'll ever have in your life. I promise you that. One day it'll be cold, the next day you'll be in shorts. So that's crazy. The weather down there is really interesting, but you'll have a good time. But please know this: that track, I guess the best way to explain Pensacola and Five Flags is almost like Hickory, real abrasive.
Fast.
You get very, very fast. It is a fast half mile. Um, it's kind of like Mobile. Now, to be honest, the Pensacola was measured on the outside, so it's not really exactly a true half mile like Mobile over there is. Actually, my buddy Tommy Ruff built the wall around Five Flags, so that's the reason I know this. And Mobile is a true half mile with our banking, or right about the same banking. But nevertheless, tire wear. You got to take care of that tire on that right rear at that track. Very abrasive, and
You gotta tell me setup, man, because I can save tires. My spotter always tells me if I get a 3 car length lead to save tires, but my dad has to be good on the setup for me to be fast for too.
yeah, back that corner up, bud.
Yeah.
It's but I will say this, Bentley. There are some heavy, as y'all probably know. There's some guys down there. They're very good competitive Crown Vic racers. And to be honest, if they're locals, they don't like somebody like you coming and stomping on their dirt. So
Without that outlet deal,
I'm just saying. Well, but you don't see a lot of people on the outside coming to Bowling Green racing. It's usually the same ones every night. Now, Ryan Flores, he came, but he's been coming. He's been a part of that for many years. So it was pretty good. It was very good to see Ryan out there racing a modified at Bowman Gray Saturday night. It's I want to go over a few things before we go off the air, if I can, please. We want to remind everybody our buddy Casey Kepley is there's some very serious issues going on with him, and I want to say thank you to Scott Royal for this Three Doors Down forward. Look how beautiful that is, Billy. That is just so beautiful. I want to thank him for that. Casey Kepley, needs your prayers having some kind of I guess emergency surgery would be safe to say. Also, Gary Myers, Norris Roop on here earlier told us that Mr. Gary has pneumonia. Gary Myers, Bert and Jason's dad. So y'all remember him in your prayers. Also, our buddy Ross Koger, he's having gallbladder surgery, but anytime you have to go in the hospital and they cut on you or insert that to do what they do, he needs prayer. So we want to remember some of these people in our prayers tonight, if you would please. Also, I want to talk about y'all's race. Well, Daniel Beeson. Boy, Jeff Day is going to get you. Well, I got you, buddy. I got you because Precision Built Spindles is a big time sponsor on this show, has been for quite some time. So Daniel forgot Precision Built Spindles, Jeff Day. And you'll have that sometimes because if you didn't have that list, Daniel just went off the fly.
Yeah,
He did. So, but Precision Built Spindles is a part of Daniel Beeson Racing. He definitely runs them. Precision Built Spindles on that number 44 Petty Blue Modified. So, yeah, there you go.
I won't need this list if you get me a die cast of my car sitting right here.
We'll get somebody to make it.
You can tell her.
It's not that hard. I mean, there's people out there to do it. I'll set it up here. All right, so hold on. Y'all bear with me. There's you and Booster. That's not good. So, I guess the phones was. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So this Saturday night, the Citrus Safe 20, which is going to be the modifieds. I mean the Crown Vics. I'm trying to read so much. People's messaging me.
I wish we was racing modifieds.
You do?
Yeah, I'm ready to race one.
All right. So also the concert, the Trace Atkins concert that's coming. This is definitely it has nothing to do with Bowman Gray Stadium. It's the City of Winston-Salem concert. Also, we want you to set your calendars and make sure you get your tickets to the Kyle Busch Invitational, which will be on August 21st, the day before our last race for the 2026 season at Bowman Gray. This Saturday night, we will have the Groundworks 100 Sportsman race. And I want to say it again, big thanks to Citrus Safe and what they're doing for y'all. And it's a Citrus Safe 20 for the Crown Vics. So it's going to be a big weekend for us at the Madhouse. Looking forward to it. And looking forward to watching you run again, buddy.
I already got me a plan.
What's the plan?
So we're gonna let Bert go, and Dean's gonna follow in behind me. I'm gonna follow in behind Bert, and Bert's gonna make a way up to the front. And if Bert can't, I'm gonna pass Bert, and I'm gonna make my way to the front.
You think Bert's just gonna let this happen?
I know he ain't gonna block me down the straightaway, but I'm ready.
You ready? Well, okay. I'm picking up what you're laying down. What about John Boy?
He can follow in behind us.
Man, I pray this don't go like you said. They'll swear y'all screw y'all. That's like we're doing a WWE wrestling match. Oh me, oh my. Well, Bentley, let's take this time. I know you got a whole list over there, buddy. Thank family, friends, and sponsors.
Of course, my dad for making my car fast. My mom, everybody else that helps me. Specialized Graphics, Causey Electrics, Kruger Plumbing, Hillbuilt Creations, Malik Graydon, Wasta, Maccabee Investments, Modern Motors, Gallimore Steers, Talking Circles with Coconut Carter,
Coconut Carter.
High Point Body and Paint, Herman Alignment, Tyro Structures, Romans Concrete Works, Mac Tools, and BGL with Billy Gregg.
Billy Gregg.
Alan Dalton Miller.
Dalton Miller, your spotter.
Yeah. He helps me not overdrive.
I'm going to spot for Bentley Saturday night in his race and announce.
Now you can only do both because me and Dalton can work together.
Oh, in Mobile Speedway. True story. Jason Beecham. I call him driver. He calls me spotter. I was announcing a race and spotting for that dude. Yeah, I've done that. It was just the most coolest thing. 'Cause a lot of times I can't stand being in the tower. And that's what made me start announcing with the fans and all that, mingling and holding the wireless mic, blah, 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 blah. I can't, it being where I'm at Saturday's going to drive me bonkers. I wish I could, I need to record and let y'all listen. It's almost like a zoo. And I've struggled a lot of times with trying to keep my concentration on one, especially when I'm reading ads. And they got to do what they got to do. It's not nobody's fault, but it's just hard to deal with. But yeah, I announced a race and spotted for Beecham. That was a good time. All right, well, that's it. We're going to wrap this show up. I want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors. Without them, we would not be doing what we do. Bentley, you got anything else?
Everybody that's watched me on here and everybody that's likes me.
It's okay. All right, I just text Sydney, and before I do the sponsors, that's the last thing we'll do. I just text Sydney. Sydney's going to pick us a winner before we go off the air. If you shared the post below on our Facebook page, the Talking Circles with Chris Carter, where I do the info for people to be able to tune in and watch, they shared it. And so we'll wait on, I almost said Tiffany, wait on Sydney. And until then, let's do this. I want to thank all of our sponsors. I want to thank Daniel and Philip Harrison at H&H Auto Repair. My buddy Darren Kranz Jr. at Race for Kids, raceforkids.com. Williams Hot Dogs and Barbecue, Mark Flint. Jeff Day, Precision Built Spindles. Want to give him another shout out for Daniel as well, Daniel Beeson. Sykes Metal Roofing, Renee Hackett Realtor. Coger Plumbing, Gale Suspension Management, Swift Springs, got 5 Points Tire and Auto, Colfax Towing, Harkey Litigation, Ray's Body Shop and Record Service, the Dentist at Kernersville, Tiffany Jimenez, the Ginther Group, Crystal Steel Racing, Tea Time Sports Bar, Burke Street Pub, Captain's Retreat at Bear Creek, Baby D Day Inc., Blue Ridge Truck Line, Suntan Magic Mount Airy, Portable Septic and Tyson's Isons, Dutton Safer Systems, JTV, Sports Card and Memorabilia, Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, KevinSaysYes.com, Bowman's Hauling and Grading, Choice Tire and Automotive, Woodman Life Insurance, our buddy Jordan Anderson, J&T Services, Ever Ready Mixed Concrete, MJ Printing and Graphics, Squeaky Clean Home Pros, Jordan Atkins, Squeaky Clean Express and Ceramic Coatings, Jordan Atkins again, and our buddy Nate's Ultimate Bar Snack, and he provides us some snacks there in Talking Circles with Chris Carter. We appreciate him. I heard my text go off. Y'all stand by. Oh my, she can't. All right. Hold on. How do you see your shares? Y'all help me out here. Oh, I found it. All right. Here we go. Y'all stand by. I got to let them all load up, okay? I'm going to let you pick. Hey, don't show. I gotta let Sydney do it. Y'all, it says 20 shares, but I'm only seeing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm Chris Carter on my other page is one of those. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know. They must not be fathers. Tiffany Rock. Tiffany Rock wins 2 tickets to Bowman Gray Stadium this weekend. Tiffany Rock. Once again, Tiffany Rock, you are the winner of 2 tickets to Bowman Gray Stadium to watch the Groundworks 100 this Saturday night. Oh, yeah, last thing before we go. The race before the concert with the Trace Atkins concert. And if y'all keep your blankets and all that out there, been asked to let y'all know, please get those out of the way. If you don't, they'll just confiscate it, take it, you'll never see it again. So if they're any value to you and you leave them out there and you want them back to keep them from being thrown away, I highly suggest the weekend before that concert on the 14th, 13th, whatever day it is, make sure you get your blankets and all that because they will take them and confiscate them. So with that being said, this Saturday night at Bowman Gray Stadium, Groundworks 100, looking forward to it. And I want to say a big thank you to everybody. I get stopped and asked a lot how I'm feeling and stuff. And the last since Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's the best I have felt since the heart attack. I don't feel as tired as I did. Man, I don't know. Nothing's changed other than I quit taking my Propofol, but I really appreciate everybody asking. Y'all, I love all of y'all. Thank you for your support. Talking Circles with Chris Carter. See you Saturday night. God bless. Stay safe.
Another way to begin the story would be to start from the end. There's nothing left of the dream I persisted. No way to go back again. I want you to save me from myself. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. I want you to tear me down and build me up again. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. We don't belong together, so I bother. When I surrender to being useless, I am unable to breathe. I can't make out what is real.